Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Spark and welcome back to another Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator video. Now today we're doing something a bit different. I've decided after the last video that I like doing conflicts where it's two completely different things against each other because you don't really know what the outcome is and it's a bit less boring. Um, with the last video we had like a bunch of clashing that was right up in their face, and they were pushing through quite quickly, but it was just like the line of enemies pushing through without any real uh gain or anything like that. So uh I've got the same amount. I think I got more on this side. I think I got 20,000 on this side and 10,000 on this side, but this side has guns. Not good guns, but guns nonetheless. And we're going to see if just the idea of having guns wins, even at half capacity, or if that wins. So without further ado, we are going to get started and see what happens. Obviously, we got them both on attack. Each side's pouring in. They can already fire from the start. So that is it's a huge advantage to them, but also a terrible thing that they've decided to shoot right at the entryway. This is completely knocked out like half of their firepower. So that's something to take into consideration. Um, it appears, however, that doesn't really matter because everybody seems to be dying at the same point. So it seems like guns are probably going to win this one. They are pushing closer and closer each time, though. So maybe if this goes way too quickly, we can do like a half of those against these guys because they will get there, in theory, twice as fast. They'll get to the guns twice as fast and be twice as effective. While their effectiveness is cut in half. So hopefully it will be a compounding thing. As you can see, some are still dying a little bit back here. Stray bullets and all. It seems that the closer that they're getting, the less they're able to push through. I don't know why a couple of these soldiers have pushed this far. But if they survive, that really shows the state of this balance. Which isn't good. Probably because of how they have to pour in. And it splits them up. That's probably the real problem with this, is that there's not enough of them to stack up and take hits. I mean, the further back you go, the more the fire. Like even all the way back here, they have something to fire at. Here they don't, but back here they do. So most of them are firing, and these units aren't even getting close. Well, yeah, it looks like the warriors are all dead, which is not good. Oh, actually, where are the warriors? Or did I actually make them both spearmen by mistake? I must have made them both spearmen. Is that a cave? If I could put an auto tank in there, I would. Anyway. Are they shooting through the pyramid? Cheats. I'm not allowed to do that. Well, here's a way to make this interesting. Oh, there's no water there. Well, let's add a time limit to the victory of the soldiers. Let's assume that flooded, and we're gonna add a tsunami because this side is extremely victorious, and now they have to kill all of them before. Oh, that's coming way quicker than I thought it would. Oh no. Anyway. So that's how this fight's gonna end. And we're going to rebalance for sure. Very interesting that there's a near perfect triangle here as they try and push through. Yeah, look at that, the waves coming down. It's slowed down a bit apparently at this point. They're mostly through this. I definitely should have put that up higher. This is definitely a win for them, by the way. This was just to try and make it interesting, and I screwed it up a bit. Wow, they're really pushing forwards for no reason. I'm going to say, he's still up there at the front. He finally died. That's wild. Oh no, a couple have died. Here they come. Now they're all going to just die. But that was fun while it lasted. Well, I think we'll pretty quickly get ourselves into another battle. We know these soldiers here won, despite their imminent demise. And yeah, look, they're pushing through, but that's just how it is. So, I think we're gonna change this up a bit, just a little. Half the amount of soldiers, but I think I'm gonna like split them up too, so that they attack from different angles. I think that won't help the situation much, but I reckon it'll be a bit of fun. So we're just going to jump into that real quick before this ends, just because the result's pretty obvious on who won. So we're going to do that. Okay, so we're back in for another battle. I didn't change the forces here, but the forces over there... oh, actually, that's a lie. I did change the forces here. I changed the back ones to warriors like I meant to previously. But I split the 10,000 down to 5,000, but in 3 groups of 3,000 in the middle and 1,000 on each side. Just to see if it changes up anything. These will probably split off to each side and have some go in the middle, and that might balance things differently, but we're here to have fun, so let's see how much this changes the battlescape. Oh yeah, look at that. Almost exactly the same amount split off from each side to counter their forces, while a perfect circle in the middle nearly just went forward into the middle. Look at that, they're already pushing further. Ah yes, and they're firing at the corner. Oh yeah, look at how much further they're getting. So they started firing quite quickly, but these guys are narrowed, so it's just blasting the corner. Oh, look at that. Yeah, they're getting quite far now in comparison. It's a completely different ball game. Wow. This looks like it's going to be a resounding victory in the other direction. It's quite amazing how just changing the fight just a little bit can completely change the outcome. It's fascinating. Love it. I mean, look at this. Not as much of a firing squad. Completely changes everything. Well, it looks like the way this is going, we're absolutely going to need a third battle. And that's just fusing the forces on each side to 5,000 in the middle. I thought this would do more good for the shooters than it did for, bad, because it would split the forces going into the middle. But I think it's had the opposite effect. I think it's significantly helped. Helps because these are not as gathered, so they're doing less damage here. And the ones on each side, the units get together quite easily. I mean, more going in the middle. Though it seems like the left and the right soldiers, the left and the right redcoats are holding better almost. Though, I mean, there's still time for this battle to change. Maybe I'm just judging this wrong because of how quick they pushed through the center compared to last time. When in reality, there's still a wall of them to push through, and when they get close to that wall, they might start dying. You know, I could have just judged this battle wrong from the outset, because I mean, now that I'm really paying attention, these are the left and the right are doing way better than I was giving him credit for. They're holding out really strong, all things considered, and it's about half. They're about halfway through each other in the respective sides, while the center has now actually started running out. Wow. How about that? They can't push through the fucking gaps. Look at that. It's amazing how things work. I was completely ready to give up on this battle the moment it looked like the soldiers were winning, but the redcoats are doing way better than I was expecting them to do at the halfway point of this battle. This side's definitely losing. I wonder if it's because of they're more spearmen or swordsmen. It's hard to say. It's about 50-50. How's the middle going? I'll quickly get in here just in case. Yeah, that's about to lose, so we'll quickly pop into here. Yeah, this side looks like it's going to be a win for the soldiers too, but the center, nope. Look at that. They just couldn't get him. They eventually just, this was too much of a choke point to get through in the end. How's this side looking? Yeah, it's pushing through. So, looks like the left and the right, here we go, look at that. So they won over here, just about. And over here, they've almost won. So the ideal situation is that these guys split in half. However, it looks like they've split into 3 quarters and a quarter. They sent the... Oh, that's because they started moving. They sent the quarter to the stronger side, and they sent the 3 quarters to the weaker side. So this side is almost certainly going to win. Especially in this positioning. This is absolutely wild. Though these are almost certainly going to win against this really small contingency of soldiers. Especially if they attack like this. This is a much better setup. This is like rows and rows and rows and rows, which really do not care about how close they get. They really should have a melee function. It would make sense then why they get so close for having guns. They get like point blank. I get that they're shit weapons, but I mean, come on. Oh yeah, look at this. This is absolute bad positioning by the redcoats right here. Terrible positioning. It's amazing how 2 completely different angles of this. Oh, look how slowly they pour in too. No wonder this side's not doing well. But them pushing up this close could actually be really detrimental for them. Like they'll win, but they'll lose more troops than they should if they just held back like these ones back here are doing. Anyway, let's get back over here before this fight is over. Yeah, look at them push through. I mean, they're taking out numbers. I think the redcoats are going to win the overall battle, but this has been much closer than I thought it was going to be. It's ended up somewhat turning on its head. If these guys can win before the redcoats over there win, there is a tiny chance that they can win by splitting the fire of the redcoats. Because this is definitely going to be a redcoat loss over here because of their bad positioning. Yeah, look at this. They're goners. I'm glad I didn't have any super weapon equipped because I accidentally clicked, and I would have been so upset if if this battle was decided by a misclick. Come on, move. This is your only chance. Oh, I don't think it's gonna be enough. They're all around the corner now. They're obliterating them. This is so close to nearly being perfect. Now by the time those soldiers get here, these ones are gonna be dead. It was so close to being perfect enough to split the balance of the attacks that might have been able to do something. But this is almost certainly going to be a redcoat victory now. I'm surprised at how well this ended up working. Yeah, look, they've split their fire now. Yeah, look at that. But it's too late because, I mean, there's 10 troops left over here. Now these ones have to push through the open field against what have been the best positioned redcoats of the entire battle. Yeah, look at that. There he goes. Now they can completely turn their fire, and well, that's all she wrote, basically. I don't see these soldiers doing anything to those redcoats. Let's see how many are left in these dying seconds. Yeah, look at that. 300 against 2,000. That's not happening. There was a chance at one stage. No longer is there such chances. Look at them going past the bodies of their fallen allies. Ugh. It's a shame, really. Almost there. I reckon with a couple of tweaks, if anybody who's watching this wants to run this battle, with a couple of tweaks, I reckon you remove about 1,000 from here. Makes it a much more interesting, because they'll probably still win here, but they'll probably lose more troops. And when each side wins, they'll push around and they'll have less forces to cover it. So, with that, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, feel free to hit the like button if you enjoyed this content and want to see more. Feel free to